The following is a production of the Mage Tower Radio Network. Welcome to Strixhaven University, which is today's site of the contest between Silverquill Inklings taking on the Lorehold living statues. As always, I am your host, Vicklass Marshmellow. Let's get down to the action below, fans, as this appears to be a very highly anticipated and exciting contest here in the opening game of the season. Today we will find out, fans, whether the old adage is true of practice makes perfect. I have been able to gather the practices in of both of these teams, and they have both looked really good as they have prepared for this opening matchup here at Strixhaven University. As you can hear, the crowd is definitely buzzing from the anticipation of this matchup, and you know, me as well, I'm very much looking forward to this contest. So, without further ado, fans, Strixhaven, give it up for the Lorehold team. And now, Strixhaven and fans at home listening on the wireless, give it up for the Silverquill. Fans, both teams have headed to the center of the pitch here with referee Anastasia Yellowtail, the current resident here at Strixhaven University, who knows all about Mage Tower, the Mage Tower history, lore, and all the plays and rules. Me, I just sit here and commentate and look at all the pretty things to see. Referee Anastasia Yellowtail is at the center of the pitch and is going over the last minute rules and calling for good sportsmanship here, as us fans here are highly anticipating this matchup, and you can hear the crowd growing more and more impatient. But this is part of the tradition here at Strixhaven University, is to go over the rules quickly one last time before the matchup starts and call for good sportsmanship here. And as Lorehold is the visiting team here, they are going to be able to call for the coin toss first. And let's see, as the coin goes up in the air from referee Anastasia Yellowtail, let's see, the coin is flipped, and Lorehold has called heads. The spotter tells me that they did call heads, and Lorehold is going to go on offense first. That's a very smart call there, you know, really start the momentum of the game outright and hopefully get it on your side. Let's see here as referee Yellowtail sends each team to their respective towers here. As you very well know, that in Mage Tower, the opposing team that is on offense tries to get to the other team's tower to retrieve their mascot, and then come back across the pitch through all kinds of adversity which is caused by the opposing player to cross the finish line. For example here, as Lorehold is going to be on offense first, that means that Silverquill will be on defense. The Lorehold player will try to get across the pitch past all of the Silverquill's defenses there to get into the tower of Silverquills to retrieve their Inkling statue or mascot, and then make it back across the field while going through all of the defenses once again to cross the finish line at the base of their own tower, receiving a point as they do so. If they do not cross the finish line, they do not receive a point, so therefore they would have done all of that in vain, other than if you want to consider it being practice makes perfect. And if practice does indeed make perfect, if you don't cross the finish line, then maybe your practice is not perfect. But I will not shut up here, as we will begin the contest here in just a few seconds. Okay, fans, the captain of the Lorehold team, Hobar the Knowing, is trying to give a little bit more information on the Silverquill team here as they make their way back to their own tower. He seems to be nodding and pointing, and the other player who are all new this year to the Lorehold team, Rokina Pebblebraid, appears to be looking at the ground as though already planning some strategy against the Silverquill team. And Zanina is also looking at the ground, following Rokina's guidance, and let's see what strategies they may have come up with here. Okay, fans, I have just received the matchups that we will be having here in today's contest, and let's see here. Ooh, Rokina Pebblebraid will be taking on the captain of the Silverquill team. You all know him as the Razor. And the fans here that are supporters of Silverquill and the Razor here are making slicing gestures here. You can't help but chuckle at their enthusiasm here. And Captain Hovar, who is captain of the Lorehold team, will be taking on a very slippery individual who likes to reflect upon their self. That will be the Mirror. Oh, fans, please put down those mirrors. You're blinding me with the reflections of the sun there, and I can't call the match if I can't see it. And Zanina, the Wiz, will be taking on the Blade. Will she slice and dice, or who will come out victorious in that? We're not really sure here, but that's why we had the matchup here. And there, we're waiting on the whistle. I thought I heard it, but it was just an over-enthusiastic fan. We're waiting on the whistle from referee Yellowtail here. And Rokina Pebblebraid, fans, is out of the gate quickly, sending out a loud peal of thunder. It's either thunder or she got hold of some of Austin's leftover burritos down at the Biblioplex Cafe. And Rokina blushes a little bit there as she stumbles right out of the gate. It's not looking promising so far, fans. The Razor slices right through the sound and prevents Rokina from gaining an advantage here. Let me remind you, fans, the Razor is a very sharp Mage Tower player. He is not going into his first rodeo here. And it has been rumored that there are scouts looking at him from the Mage Tower Pro Series. We will get more on that as it becomes available, if it becomes available. Oh, he is just like a two-edged sword there as he slices right through that thunderclap from Rokina there. Come on, Rokina, you've got to wake up earlier in the morning if you want to get past the Razor. Oh, Rokina is definitely off of her game there. She seems to have miscast something there. Not really sure what she tried to do there, but evidently the Razor knows, as he was able to slice right through that defensively and come out victorious there in that little portion of it. Now, Rokina is a very special talent, folks. So don't get me wrong there. She is highly touted and is a really, really good Mage Tower player. I've watched her practice over the past couple of weeks, but there is a reason that scouts are looking at the Razor here to possibly go pro with Mage Tower. You know, Razor it's just a special talent altogether. There's a reason that the ladies love him and the men hate him. But, you know, let's see, we can all say that we at least knew him before. We knew him when, if he does indeed go pro. Oh, and there comes a downpour of rain onto Razor's head, but no, Razor sends Thunder Wave crashing out, sending the wave of rain away from him, but, at the same time, Rokina goes flipping end over end and loses her grasp on the mascot, and as we all know, that means that, oh, she cannot be victorious here, and, oh, she looks so disappointed and downtrodden. But hey, Rakina, better luck next time, sweetheart. It's the Razor after all. And fans, Silverquill has gotten the first point of this contest. Like I said, better luck next time, Rakina. You do have talent. You have a lot of it. It's just that the Razor was ready. And fans, with Silverquill leading 1-0, we will be right back on the Mage Tower Radio Network after the word from the Fire Jolt Cafe.
The name's Phoenix Morningstone, and I'm an adventurer. I'm sure to get all of my adventuring supplies at the Raven's Loft, where Doug is more than happy to do all that he can to make sure that your gaming needs are met. Be sure to stop in or go to his website and order what it is that you need so that you too can get to adventuring. Tell him that Richard sent you. Be sure to check out Doug's eBay store at www.ebay.com/WizardsKeepGames. You can also find Doug at the Raven's Loft at www.facebook.com/RavensLoft2021. And be sure to tell him that Richard sent you and that you're from the Knights of the Braille. He will do all that he can to make sure that you get what you need.
To reflect a little bit on past games, was ready for that, and avoids the mold earth tripping him up as he heads towards Hobart. And you can hear the crowd getting behind the mirror here, and Lorehold is also beginning to get behind Hobart, as they know that he is captain for a reason. But Hobart, you'll have to wake up a little earlier than that to shatter the mirror's confidence, if you will. And Hobart continues on the march, and he will remember that move from the mirror here. And oh goodness, I can't take this. What is it? This is two mirrors. There's one on the left. There's one on the right. Oh, which one is the real one? Is it the left? Is it the right? Is it either one? Is he invisible? I don't know. Fans, oh, and you can hear the fans swooning there after the reflectiveness of the mirror. And like I said, I don't know which one is real. But it seems that I'm not the only one confused here. As Hobart is looking around, he doesn't know which one to go after or try to avoid here, as he has the mascot in his grip. And I can definitely say here that the mirror is shining in this environment, fans. As Hobart, what does he? Oh, there is a good use of Thunder Wave there. Not to cause harm, but to shatter the mirror. But it may be a little too late, Hobart, as the mirror is able to prevent you from crossing the finish line. Oh, fans, that was a beautiful little contest there. Over a little bit quicker than what we had anticipated, but you know, there is a reason that Silverquill has been highly favored in this contest, and in fact for the entire season of Mage Tower here at Strixhaven University. And Silverquill leads this contest by a score of 2-0. But fans, like I said, I've watched Lorehold practice for the past couple of weeks, and we do not need to count them out. So I encourage you to keep watching, keep supporting them, because they are not going to just roll over and gather dust as do most of the books in my bag here. But this break is being brought to you by the Biblioplex Cafe, where if they don't have it, it's because Oz hasn't thought of it yet. Whether it be coffee, tea or cakes, whether it be a snack food or a sandwich and fries, be sure to stop into the Biblioplex Cafe, better known as the Cafe to the Students, where Isla and Ozan will treat you right and give you a treat for you to eat. Fans, we're back here as the action has started before we can get back from that commercial break. Zanina runs out of the gate, flipping the hand towards her opponent here in this Mage Tower contest. Oh, but it misses there, and Zanina, you will have to wake up a bit earlier than that to get one over on the opponent that you are facing from Silverquill. Oh, what is Zanina doing here? She seems to think that this is a circus that has shown up in Neverwinter here, as she is flipping, sliding, crawling, and what is she trying to do here? Bishu she has casted Druidcraft, it appears, and it seems that Zanina is doing her best to avoid it at all costs, and she does. The flipping, sliding, and crawling that she does avoids the Druidcraft. You know, sometimes, fans, magic is not the answer. Sometimes all you have to do is just be a little bit resourceful here. Lorehold must be victorious here in this matchup, in this one-on-one contest right here, in order to have a chance to just tie in regulation. Ooh. Something is... Fans, I know it's not me because I took a bath before I came here, and there's a awful smell that seems to be filling the arena here. What is that smell? It appears to be centralized on the pitch here. One of the players must have cast some kind of, I don't know, distractant, but that smell it's worse than anything that I've smelled coming from the labs here on campus. And and from what I can tell, the smell seems to be concentrated on Bishu, who appears to have tried to cast a fog cloud, but instead it's more like a stink bomb, if you catch my drift. And I'm sorry, fans, but that smell it's horrible, and there's several students gagging here, but Zanina doesn't let it bother her at all. And during all of the confusion, she managed to get a hold of the mascot, and she has indeed crossed the finish line, and Lorehold has gained a point, fans. And we're gonna head to with the score Silverquill 2 and Lorehold 1. Silverquill takes her turn on offense, and we will come back after this break, which is sponsored to you by the Bows End Tavern, and maybe we can get someone to cast some gust or heavy winds or something.
Right, I'm supposed to tell you about my tavern, known as the Bows End. That's what I paid for, right? Well, be sure to come into the Bows End Tavern and get you something to drink and something to eat, because I paid for this advertisement. Thank you.
Mage Tower fans, I ask you to give it up for Racer the Razor Highland, who is taking his turn on offense here. The captain of the Silverquill team is facing off against a woman that he slighted earlier in this contest, Rakina Pebblebraid. as Rakina is looking to bounce back against that humiliating defeat. This is the best way to say it here, fans. She's looking to avenge that loss and to show that she does indeed deserve to be on this team and to compete at this level for Strixhaven and for Lorehold specifically. But don't worry, Rakina, you definitely belong on the team or else you would not have made it. The coach of Lorehold is a very good judge of talent. And here we go, fans. Razor is all quickly here as he enhances ability there to make himself a bit faster to move past Rakina, who tries and uses aid, but oh, she is able to match the highly talented Razor here with a use of aid. Brilliant, brilliant move there, Rakina. See, I told you deserve to be on the team. And Razor uses a bit of wits and dashing and turning and flipping and doing all kinds of moves there to get into the tower and to get the mascot. Rakina is there waiting, though, as he comes out of the tower with the statue or the mascot in hand, as you can hear the chants of Pebble Braid coming from the Lorehold team. She does have a chance here against Razor as they head back to the center of the pitch. And yeah. Are you sure? Are you sure it's not the Prismari students? No. Really? Okay, fans and those listening at home or in your rooms when you're supposed to be studying, I have just received word that we are making so much noise here in the stadium that the Prismari students who are working in the forge are complaining about the vibrations. This is a wonderful contest here as Rakina and the Razor are heading back towards the center of the pitch here. And like I said, this is not, wait, I can't see anything. Where did everybody go? Can you hear me? Can anybody see me? I feel like I'm talking. I feel the vibrations, but okay, I'm starting to hear some chants, but I still can't see any. What? I'm not sure what's going on here, fans. Oh, you're back all of a sudden here. It must be that Rakina or Razor 1 cast darkness or invisibility or something, but I could not see anything there for a moment. And Razor is dashing across the finish line. Glad he came back just in time for me to see that. And that gives Silverquill a lead of 3-1. Oh, that is a beautiful, beautiful move there right at the end. The Razor, as he twists and turns, ducking around Rakina's use of thunderclap there. Sorry, fans, it's a little disconcerting whenever you can't see the action, and that's what you're getting paid to do. You know, what are you supposed to do? And Rakina, being the Tempest cleric that she is, definitely knows how to precisely use thunderclap, thunderwave, or any other kind of storm. And I'm not sure if you can hear the chants of Silverquill, and some Lorehold fans are chanting MVP at Razor. The Lorehold students, you know, being all about the history and all, know a good player and a great talent whenever they see one. But Silverquill leads this contest by a score of 3-1. But Lorehold fans, there's no need to give up hope just yet. You have a chance to tie it up and to go to sudden death. And this break will be brought to you by a group of individuals known as the Knights of the Braille.
Hello, r/blind. Have you ever wanted to play Dungeons & Dragons? Well, Knights of the Braille has a Discord server. Simply click the link below to join. We host sessions for new players. No site? No problem. We have accessible character sheets and dice rolling apps. We make it easy so that anybody can play. Join Knights of the Braille today.
Fans, we are back here with Hobar taking on the Mirror. Will Hobar reflect on his most recent defeat at the hands of the Mirror? Or will the Mirror reflect back on his victory and the momentum that he has? As Lorehold needs to win this matchup in hopes of a tie in regulation. As Hobar begins to place himself in ready for defense, we have Razor on the sideline who is trying to get a mirror, mirror, mirror chant going. And what is Mirror doing there? He seems to be slapping both of his legs and glaring at Hobar as he pulls some shades down across his eyes, and ooh, he is off like a dart there, and his strides seem to be much longer than what I remember there. He must have cast the spell Long Strider on himself. A very smart move here, Mage Tower, as long as you can get past your defense, or if you're on defense, it's a great way to catch up if you have slip. And ooh, and there is Hobar creating a massive bonfire right in front of the Mirror, who steps into the flames and stumbles out of the flames and appears to be trying to knock flames off of themselves, but there is no actual flames, as you cannot cause damage or harm to your opponent in Mage Tower. Hobar is there to shatter the hopes of the Mirror quick, fast, and in a hurry. As Hobar celebrates there for a little bit, the Mirror takes that distraction advantage and heads into the tower to get the Lorehold statue mascot. Ooh, and there's no reason to wonder why the ground is shaking as Hobar catches himself and heads off after the Mirror and appears to be readying himself for the defense of midfield as the Mirror comes shining like a diamond out of the Lorehold tower with their mascot in his grasp. And here comes the Mirror running towards midfield. Hobar is ready as he's lowering himself for an attack of some kind. And as Hobar is really doing nothing but jumping up into the ground. Oh! And comes down, and instead of casting Featherfall to lower his risk of injuring himself, he uses all of his weight to come down right as the Mirror is upon him, causing him to stumble, not really shatter, but he does let the mascot slip out of his grasp, and as Hobar bends down to pick it up, that will cause this contest to be over right here, as Lorehold fans are only 1 point away from going to sudden death. And fans, we will be right back after this break, brought to you by the Bosun Tavern, where they have some of the best food on campus. Not to mention, be sure to try their chocolate strawberry ale. It's one of the best that I've ever had. You know, speaking of that, can someone please get me some? You know, calling these matches makes my throat really dry and thirsty, and you'd think that people would get me something to drink.
Right, I'm supposed to tell you about my tavern, known as the Bosun. That's what I paid for, right? Well, be sure to come into the Bosun Tavern and get you something to drink and something to eat, because I paid for this advertisement. Thank you.
And back from that commercial break, you can still hear Hobar down below celebrating, trumpeting all over the place. And Lorehold definitely has a lot to say about this matchup here, as they came in highly underdogs here. In fact, Cadorus was giving 4-to-1 odds of them being victorious, which I believe is pretty good. You know, so I definitely bet on them to win, because I've got to try to get some money, you know. But let's see here, as we have what? What do you mean I wasn't supposed to say anything? You told me to advertise. Well, yeah. You didn't want to announce over the entire radio network? What better advertisement is there? What do you mean it's not legal? Excuse me. Fans, ignore all of that I said about Cadorus and his 4-to-1 odds. I was mistaken. It was not Cadorus, it was Codorus. That was who was doing it. And now let's get back to this matchup here. We have Bishu on offense, taking on Zanina, who takes her defensive posture here at the opening part of this contest. While the roles are reversed, will the outcome of this matchup be different? Will it be the same? These two could possibly decide what happens for not only this game, but for the rest of the season. Will one team begin the season undefeated? One team will. Will one team wind up winless? One team will. Will we go to sudden death? This matchup right here determines that very fate. This is one of the most nail-biting contests that I have ever had the pleasure to call here. As Bishu comes out of the gate darting towards the center of the pitch, where she must first reach in order to head on to stage 2 of this contest. You know, as Bishu heads to the center of the pitch, having, you know, tried to dart past her opponent Zanina there, I have to say that she is a very, very beautiful lady here, and I have to say that, you know, whichever one of these ladies is victorious, I am free tonight if you'd like to celebrate your victory, or if you need to be consoled because of your loss, I am also free for that as well. And as Bishu casts some kind of spell that has no visual effect here, Zanina... Wait, did Bishu call her? No, as I'm being informed by my spotter here, that is Zanina's familiar, the Rockbirds, as they begin to attack. Well, not really attack, because like I said, you can't cause harm here in Mage Tower, but they are distracting her, preventing her from getting past stage 1 cleanly, which allows Zanina to set up a defense of the actual tower. Yeah. Oh, brilliant strategy here shown by Zanina, as Bishu, the blade, tries to slice through the familiar and get to the tower, which she manages to do as she goes invisible there just for a moment, and next thing we know, she is coming out of the tower with the mascot. Brilliant strategy shown by both players here. Did I mention that I am free tonight for either celebrating or, you know, consoling, depending on whichever one of you accepts the offer there. And as the blade heads back towards the center of the pitch here, Zanina, the hopes and all of Lorehold are on your shoulders. No pressure though, no pressure at all. And and neither team is rolling over here, and I've just been informed that both teams will be down on the pitch below to meet and greet fans after the contest. So be sure to get down there and get your autographs and, you know, take pictures or whatever with your favorite player or with the entire team. And it all comes down to here as the blade is at middle field and heading towards the finish line. Can Zanina prevent her from scoring? Here they go. And why is Zanina just standing still? Oh, the blade with a... Oh, I never would have seen that one coming. As she reads Zanina's thoughts and knows exactly what she's doing. Oh, and it manages to just walk past her across the finish line. Oh, brilliant end to the contest here, fans. And Silverquill comes out victorious by a score of 4-2. Oh, Silverquill came to play, but Lorehold showed that they are not going to roll over and take it this season. They are definitely a force to be reckoned with. And as always, for Strixhaven University, this has been Vicklass Marshmellow for the Mage Tower Radio Network. Join us for the next game, fans, which will be tomorrow.